Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly beady broadcast where we talk about all kinds of bead related and sometimes not bead related things. And welcome dear beading school beaders. You can watch today by the way 2nd of November, so if you are watching it afterwards then it is a recording. So welcome, dear Beading School Beaders. You can watch today's broadcast from the Beading School Club and also from the Beading School Facebook page. And I already see some beaders signing in and saying hi. For some of you, I don't see your names yet. So hi, Facebook users. And it can happen that you need to click on the link that is in the description of the post just above the video and enable my broadcasting program to see your name and see your face. So hi, Donna, and hi, Katja, and hi, Liv, and hi, Deb. And if I haven't said your name, then it means that I don't see your name. So you need to click on the link that I have just mentioned. And hi, Claire, and good morning, Faye, and Aniko, and Cheryl. Welcome, everyone. Last week, we had a super nice session when we actually designed together a pair of earrings. It is the one that you could see on the cover. I will show it to you on a bigger picture so you can see it better. So this is what ended up being the Mariposa earrings. A little while ago, together with some of the members of the beading school team, with Adam and Andrea, we visited Jablonec, this city in the Crystal Valley of the Czech Republic, where most of our beautiful, beautiful glass beads and even the preciosa crystals and some of our metal components are made. And we made some big plans for the upcoming year or 2 or 3 because we have lots of ideas how to make you happy. And we visited some of our partners who make for you the beads. And also, of course, we did quite a lot of bead shopping. So after that big bead shopping spree, I thought that it would be nice to design something new together. So I invited a volunteer, a beader, who could join me on screen and select the beads that I was going to play with. So Niti, who is also with us today, Niti joined me on screen and she selected the Storm Duos and the new Mini Gem Duos and the Bicon beads and even some of my seed beads that I was playing with. And then together, I actually so enjoyed. I was a bit nervous, of course, but as you were all watching how I was about to come up with a new motif, so I was a bit nervous, but then the whole process, the whole designing together while you were watching, it was super nice. Brit Marie suggested to add a rhinestone. Ginny suggested to cover the thread on the sides of the Storm Duos. So all of it came together and it was really nice. And the result is the Mariposa earrings. And in the meanwhile, hi Chantal and hi Tanya and Maria and Sherry and Connie and Betty Lou and Martina and Manuela is here and Susie is here. The rest of you, I don't see your names yet. Marianske, Kata, I see you now. So wonderful. Thank you so much for giving permission to my program to see who you are. It feels so much better when I know who is watching and who is writing. So, afterward, I was thinking it was kind of like easy to put together this motif to motif while kind of brainstorming about it together. It was flowy and it ended up, even if I was a bit anxious at the beginning, it ended up being easy and nice and comfortable and enjoyable. But we had a big discussion at the end. What kind of components should I add and how should I finish the earrings? Even afterwards, when I posted 2 pictures about the 2 different possibilities that seemed to be the most popular during the broadcast, there were lots of different opinions. So for today, I prepared you something special, and I would love to walk you through some of my thought processes. How do I choose my metal components? And you know, like nowadays, there are so many possibilities, and we are luckily way beyond the era when all we could choose from was one type of ear wire and one type of leatherback earrings. Is there still out there someone who remembers the time when we were lucky to have the simple one type of ear wire that was available in a matching color to match your earring? And it was not a question what kind of ear wire do we want to have, but the only question we could ask is, do I have copper? Can I find bronze? Or is it just me? Like, I started to bead some 15 years ago, and the choices were not so wide. And yeah, nowadays we have lots of different possibilities. And last week we had a special deal for the metal components. And some of you even grabbed a box full of the luxurious metal components with cubic zirconia and all kinds of different shapes. In fact, all of them are gone now. All of them were adopted by a loving beady parent, and all of them are traveling to you by this time. And in the meanwhile, Chloe joined us and Eleanor joined us. Eleanor, I see your name in the comment, but not like really Facebook showing me your name. And Chloe says, we are definitely spoiled now. And Tanya says, yeah, but I still love the simple ear wire. And hi, Christina. And Claire and Sarah. And Brit Marie already received her box. So since we have so many possibilities, then I thought that it would be nice to share with you how I choose my my components. And I would like to share some of my thought processes in order to help you making more conscious decisions about choosing your metal findings. Because it doesn't matter if you like simple ones, if you like decorative ones, if you like big ones, small ones, if you want the earring component to match the motif or to create a counterpoint to the motif. What matters is that we need to make conscious decisions when we have so many possibilities instead of just choosing randomly. Because as we all know, a well-chosen component can be that last luxurious touch that really makes a design look professional, but also we can go wrong. So let's look into it. And Faye indeed says it's harder to choose now, so many options. And Niti says, Martin is sitting next to me. Did you grab one of those luxurious boxes? Of course you did. Ladies, you need to put that tiny chocolate into my box. There are high expectations from me here. I have just read, Niti, that you are not feeling well. I hope that it will get better soon. And you can count on chocolate, of course. So for today, I prepared something fun for you. And let's start with the component that I was talking about, with the earrings that I was talking about earlier, that we made together during last week's coffee time with Erika. So I have prepared for you several images, and always on the images I have a jewel, and then next to it I have the metal component that I chose to go with it, chose to use with it, so you see it better. And first, I will always ask, what do you think? Why did I choose this specific component? And please remember that there are no good answers, no bad answers, as we have different opinions. What matters is that we need to make conscious decisions. So there is always a reason. Why did I choose that specific component? So let's start with this one. In the meanwhile, while you are typing in your answers, that what do you think? Why did I choose this specific component? And in this case, I'm actually talking about the dragonfly connector, not the earring component. And I will post for you the link for our newest blog article, as today I have finished writing up the tutorial and making the illustrations for the mariposa earrings, and the tutorial is now available on the Beading School blog, and you can click the link and enjoy beading. So in the meanwhile, just a moment, I'm looking for the club to post the link there too, and then I will look into your answers. Let's see. And in the meanwhile, hi Lutka and Wendy and Diane. And Brit Marie says, both have wings. Faye says also, it matches the motif in shape. Donna also says that it complemented the component shape-wise. Sherry also. Manuela says the component mirrors the motif. And indeed, that's why I chose this earring, this connector, because there is this X shape in the motif, in the beaded motif itself, created from the storm duos, and then also the wings in the dragonfly connector, they also create an X shape. And yeah, so that was an easy one. And thank you. Oh, and Deb says that she's already working on the mariposa motif. Oh, I'm curious to see yours. And Susie says she ordered some mini gem duos last week, so she can also bead this one. Enjoy them when you receive them, dear Susie. So indeed, the cross-shaped motif. Marianske, I see your question. Yeah, question about this component. It looks like the back is open. How do you prevent the thread from falling out? What you need to do, you close the loop with round nose pliers. You make sure to close it tightly, and then the thread should not slip out. Or also, you can choose the, well, it depends on how the loop of your earring is faced, but you can connect the earring to the open loop of the dragonfly, close the open loop, and then join the beaded motif into the closed loop. But yeah, push the loop hard with your round nose pliers and it should be okay. So let's look at the second one. This is also going to be easy. What do you think? Why did I choose the rhombus earrings for this beaded motif? You're very welcome, Marianske. So I am waiting for your answers. What do you think? Why did I choose the rhombus ear stud for the attitude motif? Attitude is also one of the No One Has to Be Alone motifs that we beaded together this year. Claire says the shapes match. Katalin says the gem duos have the same shape. Zuzi says also matching the GD shape. Donna says also, indeed, ladies, that's why I chose the rhombus earrings, because they match the shape of the gem duos. And as Tanya says, not only the gem duo shape, but also the color of the chaton is matching. Indeed, indeed. Oh, Sherry has a good one. She says, it is the same shape as the drop. And that's actually something like what I haven't think about consciously, because I was thinking when I chose the rhombus ear studs, then I was thinking about matching the gem duos, but it's so true that even the elongated shape of the drop matches the ear studs. Well done, ladies, well done. We have 2 now. Let's go for the third one. And Nitty was looking, actually, these are the glasshouse earrings, and this is the result of the first live design beading session that we had during a coffee time with Erika, when Marianske chose the ginkgo beads for me, if I remember well. And Nitty was actually asking today to post that you can post your glasshouse earrings or glasshouse pendants if you would like to be included in a Club Designs article, because Niti is writing a Club Designs article featuring all versions, all kinds of different versions of the glasshouse earrings. So Tanya says that she thinks that the ear stud matches the V shape of the bugle beads. Do I have another opinion out there? I'm enjoying my coffee in the meanwhile. It's a really good one. Adam made it for me. Deb says V-shaped of the skinny bugles. And indeed, the earrings, they match. Always I mark with the red color to emphasize what I was thinking about. So indeed, the earrings match the shape, the V shape of the bugles. And Wendy says that it also kind of balances the drop at the bottom. So true, Wendy. It is strengthening this kind of shapes, and I think without the drop, this ear stud would not work, earring would not work as well as it is working in this version. And Donna says, matches the interior upside down triangle made with the bugle beads and point of the gem duos. Point of the ginkgos, yeah, indeed. Indeed. And by the way, the file for the tutorial, it is available in the Beading School Club for free as a gift from me. So if you like this, then locate it after the broadcast and you can make your own glass house. So this was the third one. I have one more easy, and then we are going for some trickier ones. So what do you think? This was was this the Petronella motif? Sometimes I tend to forget the names. I think this was the Petronella. Please correct me if I remember it. If I don't remember it well. These are mostly what I am posting, showing you. These are mostly No One Has to Bead Alone designs that we are beading together during Fridays. And Tanya says, the squares made of the half tillas as well as the color. And indeed, this time I am not thinking about I'm not asking for a question about the earrings. Although there we also can find the similarities why I chose the voluta ear wire, but I was thinking about the crystal connector in dark blue color that Tanya was referring to. Claire also says the half tilla beads and the connector match in color and shape. Sherry also says same color and shape as the tillas. Donna says all geometric and matches the double quarter tilla. That makes a half tilla. Indeed. So in this case, and hi Belinda, in this case, I chose to add a crystal connector, and sometimes those tiny components also can elevate the design to a next level. Instead of looking like a random mess of components and beads, you can, when you look at it, you feel that it was made consciously, that decision. So indeed, the two half tillas together, they kind of are strengthened by the dark blue, navy blue crystal connector. Indeed. So those were the easy ones. And let's look into some trickier questions. What do you think? Why did I choose the earring component for the Margaret earring? This was one of your favorites during the No One Has to Be Alone sessions this year. And I chose the Fireworks ear stud full of beautiful cubic zirconias. When I'm looking at these kinds of components, then I am amazed by the quality of handicrafts, how those beautiful crystals are set into the gorgeous gold metal setting. Tanya's very fast. The star made of gem duos. Deb says star outline, star-shaped middle. And Marianska says both are stars. Martina says matches the star shape of the gem duos. Sherry also says it has the same shape as the center of the motif. Kata says, and Susie also said the center of the motif copying the star. Indeed, Wendy, Faye, okay, this is still easy, right? So there is a star shape in both the motif, the beaded motif itself, hi Antoinette, and in the ear stud. There is a little difference, as the beaded motif has 6 points and the ear studs have 5 points, but still there are these star shapes strengthening each other, and both of them kind of look like as if they were like radiating outwards, starting in the middle and radiating outwards. So that's the effect that I wanted to create and strengthen this time. And hi Shirley, so nice to see you again. So let's move on to the next one. And I have here the Ballerina Earrings. Do you remember this one? I really liked beading it. We made it together sometime during the summer because as you can see, I used one of the flower dangles, flower pendants that we had in the Summer Spirit boxes. I really enjoyed using it, even if it was not a hot summer, but this icy preciosa bicons and the kind of frosted effect pendant felt just nice to use during a summer day. And Kata says the half tillas are like bow ties. And Tanya says the bow ties are reflected in 4 angles of the motif. Marianska says she loves the flower. So indeed. And Brit Marie says the gem duos and the half tillas together have the same shape. And indeed, the gem duo in the middle and then the 4 half tilla beads, they create the same shape as the little bow tie in the ear studs. And I think that it's then really cool. And here, when I was putting this together, then I really enjoyed how the soft, flowery, sweet effect of the flower and the fan flower, the textile, the fabric one, they create a counterbalance for the strict shape of the bow ties and the geometric shapes created by the half tillas. So while there is a strengthening effect created by the half tillas, strengthening the geometrical effect of the bow ties, there is also some counterbalance created by the flam flower and the flower dangle. So there is more to it than might be apparent on first sight. And Donna says the post looks like a ballet move as the name of the earring. You know what, Donna? I somehow felt that the ballerina name, it will be fitting, but yeah, I can't exactly say why did I feel that it will be fitting, but it just somehow felt right. So I'm really happy if you can feel that ballerina effect in it. And hi, Mary, good to see you. I'm glad that you found the broadcast. So let's move on to the next one. This is the romance earring. It's a bead embroidered motif, and I chose another gold colored ear stud to go with it in a shape of a blooming rosebud. And I remember I beaded this for you when I went for vacation. We went together with Adam, IT guy, husband, for a week-long bike tour, and then I didn't want to leave you without no one has to bead alone session. So I recorded a bead embroidery tutorial for you. You can still find it. It is available. The tutorial for the romance earrings, it is available on the Beading School YouTube channel if you would like to bead this. And Faye says, a rose for a rose. Donna says, all floral. Tanya says, the rose reflects the flower in the middle. Marianska says, it just looks good together. And Martina says, the rosebud is the mini version of the filigree. Ta-da! Indeed. As Deb says, all flowering shapes. Wendy also says floral motif, and it strengthens the colors, the color story. And Susie is asking, I'm wondering, did anyone beaded these romance earrings? That's a very good question. I haven't seen many of those. So indeed, Sherry also sees it, roses in bows. So that made it double romantic, double romance. And I'm not progressing to the next one until you say, did you bead the romance motif? The beautiful turquoise blue filigrees were gone very fast that I used in this earring. So I really hope that some of those filigrees ended up in a romance earring. Tanya, no bead embroidery. Okay, I don't see any positive answer. Okay, Kata has the colors picked. And I can see from your comments that some of you have the ingredients, but not the motif yet. I really hope that that later I will see some of your romances. It is really fast to bead and fun, and I would love to see it in your colors. You always come up with beautiful combinations. And Zuzi, who just asked the questions if you beaded it, she also confessed that she doesn't have it yet. No pressure, ladies. Beading supposed to be fun. So even if it comes later, it comes when it is supposed to come. So next one, Timea. So what do you think? Here, it's maybe not 100% obvious. Why did I choose these ear studs? The sunburst ear studs? I'm curious if you can discover the similarity on which I based the design. Kata says the chaton. Yes, indeed, it's like radiating, just like the ear stud. Faye says it mirrors the center of the motif. Indeed, it looks like as if both the chaton and around the preciosa suvan rhinestones and the ear studs themselves, again with this beautiful cubic zirconias all around, that they are like bursting and radiating, and they strengthen each other's effect. Brit Marie also says reflections in the chaton, and Tanya says I see kind of a wheel shape in the beaded motif. Judy loves it too. Hi, Judy. And one of our Facebook user friends says also middle of the component is like the swan rhinestones. That's true. There is like one point of like coolness in the beaded motif, or like 3 points, because there are three swan rhinestones. Those are like bigger flat surfaces, just like the bigger flat surface of the big rhinestone in the middle of the ear stud. And Zuzi is asking about the tutu connectors, if they will return to the eShop. Yes, indeed they will. I think they are awesome. So indeed, hopefully all the colors will return soon. And let's move on. I have 2 more to guess. And in this case, what do you think about the clasp, this toggle clasp? We had it in both the turquoise and the fuchsia Beading School Academy boxes, the Magic Garden. So I'm curious if you can discover the similarity. Why did I choose this clasp? Not only because it was already in the box and I wanted to choose something from the box, but there is indeed a similarity to the little beaded motif. Sherry loves the previous earrings. And Deb says, the shape around the fire-polished beads. Mary says, pretty swirly lines, very Art Nouveau. Kata says, I see similarity how the 3mm and the suwon is placed. And the answer is, or well, one of the answers, because all what you say can be applied to it. and we can interpret a design in many different ways. My interpretation was that the line of the seed beads created around the fire polished beads, it is kind of like the lines of the clasp itself. Actually, not just the part that I marked with red just above my head, but also the other part of the clasp. And Maria says the corners match the clasp. Tanya says the two bows in the clasp are similar to the fire polished. And that's also a very good notion. Claire says the pink fire polished beads from the same shape of the toggle. So even clasps can be matched to components. And then I have a last one, and this is a bit tricky, can be tricky, but even when I thought that it is tricky, then you answered my question very, very fast. So I'm curious, what do you discover about the Electrica motif and then the Art Nouveau ear studs that I chose to go with the Electrica motif? There is definitely also a counterbalance because the motif itself and the ear stud, they are both kind of busy, and then the glass drop in metal setting, it creates a calm, flat surface, counterbalancing, a counterpoint for the busyness of the motif. And Deb says, the flare of the tillas. And Donna says, the tillas are the same shape. Do we have some more answers? Tanya says, the beads between the gem duos are also like a tree, just as the ear studs. And Kata says, all kinds of V-forms in the motif matches the ear stud. Donna says, same as the stud. And indeed, there are actually several places in the beaded motif where this V shape is mirrored. Martina also says, I see V shapes everywhere. Indeed, indeed. V shapes in the ear stud, in the Art Deco ear stud, and V shapes everywhere in the beaded motif itself. So that was my last little question that I prepared for you for today, and I hope that you enjoyed this educational metal finding video. I had lots of fun preparing it for you, and I am really looking forward to seeing some of these components in your beautiful jewels. So that was it for today. And for Friday, I am preparing for you a new motif, so no one has to bead alone. On Friday, at the same time as today, we can meet again on Facebook for a free beading workshop. And beaders can connect from all over the world, so no one has to bead alone. And next week, again, we can meet for coffee time with Erika, and I am coming with some ideas on how to cheer up these gloomy, rainy autumn days with beads. And I'm looking forward to meeting you again. Thank you so much, ladies, for spending time with me and together. And wishing you lots of creative ideas, looking forward to your romance and all kinds of different beaded motifs in the Beading School Club, and wishing you a beautiful, relaxing rest of the day. Thank you. Goodbye.